Hello, High Priestess Key family. This is High Priestess Key coming to do Crescent waxing energy read, right? So one moment I forgot my cards. I don't know how I got over here and forgot the cards. Hold one moment, pause. Okay, family, I'm back. My fault. Okay, I had to go get the cards. All right, so I'm back to do this reading, which is going to be a crescent waxing reading. And the crescent waxing is definitely what the energy that we're in at this time. The crescent waxing, right now we're still. Let me tell you guys. I'm trying to decide how I'm gonna do the astrology piece to it as well, family, for you guys, because I haven't decided that yet exactly how I want to do it still. But I'm gonna get back to the astrology piece. So right now I'm just doing readings, all right. But moon energy readings, all right. But right now we're still in a Aquarius sun and we are in the Aries moon. Okay, right now we're in the crescent waxing. The crescent waxing energy is the first phase moon cycle after the new moon, because we just had a new moon. All right, so during this phase the moon appears as like a thin crescent shape in the way it looks is basically because it's less than half of the surface illuminated by the direct sun. All right. What you need to know in reference of this phase, though, for the crescent waxing, let me tell you a little bit about the crescent waxing before I go into doing the reading, right? So the crescent waxing is also after the new moon. This is when you'll start actually seeing some of the financial abundance come in reference of what you have manifested during that new moon. This could be towards any type of intellectual prosperity or property or anything like that. This is also a time of self elevation. Right now, I know they are in Ramadan, so right now is a good time in reference of, if you want to join in with Ramadan. I think it started on the first, though, right? So, giving up something, and doing your prayers, doing your meditation. But they actually don't eat until like a certain time. I think that's how it basically goes. Don't quote me. But yeah, so right now is that time, right? So right now you should be working with ginger, cinnamon, all right, and the angel aura quartz if you have it, and citrine, all right. Um, so that's pretty much what I wanted to tell you about the crescent waxing at this time. All right, so let's see what the ancestors tell us in reference of the energy, because I don't want it to be this long. I got other readings to get to, as well as more readings over here for you guys. I think I'm gonna do an element read for over here, since I haven't been putting too much on High Priestess Key. All right, so let's get to it. Crescent waxing energy at this time, ancestors. I'm gonna just pull a small spread for the crescent waxing. All right, crescent waxing ancestors, the energy. Woo. Okay, well, that goes back to what I talked about. Okay, this is the earth element that flew out. So right now it's definitely all about prosperity and abundance, things that you manifested and you prayed about, or your desires, and things that you may have done rituals around. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. And it's coming off of that full moon energy as well. So it's like you got that new moon that you manifested the energy off of, and then you got the full moon coming in, and it's a lot of success coming in around this. It's a lot of financial blessings coming in around this. We got the earth energy, so this is earthly elements. Then we have the sun, which is the ancestors coming in and shining light down on things. And the ancestors also gave me my full moon card, which is all about us releasing things. So hopefully you have released some things, reassessed some things. You're going through some transformations and some changes, as well as what we're going through right now with the United States, right? We have had to, really embrace change in a big way. And we're going to have to make some sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to have to really, really sit in with things around Venus energy right now. Venus energy, I know in the Western, I think they said Venus is retrograde. But that Venus energy is also about interventions, but not only that, interruptions. So you may feel that. You may feel some interruptions. You may feel some interventions. You know what I'm saying? It depends on where you are in your life at this time. But I know in the true sidereal, um, this week we have the sun and sun and Mars that are trine. Okay, this connection will be a lot that is happening because the sun is moving through Aquarius in the true sidereal. Okay, Mars is in Gemini, and those are both air elements. Okay, but this is a time in reference of your living conditions for the collective. Okay, with that Aquarius energy, that is energy of things, you may have a heightened sex drive right now. I just have to put it to you. It might be on your mind a lot in reference of that because Aquarius is about lust. But not only that, Gemini is about confession. So you may be confessing some things right now, or maybe some things being confessed to you. But both of those signs that energy is moving through, the sun and Mars, which are very aggressive planets, and Mars is definitely about passion and aggression and things like that as well, right? But not only that, Mars is also about, you know, foreign things. So we may see a lot of foreign things happening, a lot of foreign people having to confess about some things, or either we're going to have to confess some things in reference of some foreign countries, foreign people. We may hear some things about foreign cars. Okay. And we're also, with that sun being in Aquarius, it's going to be a highlighted time on the collective, because Aquarius is about not just individual, but about a group, about humanity. So we're going to see a lot of things being highlighted in reference of the humanity. Okay, good and bad, because Mars is going to make some things uncomfortable for the collective, with it being trine, with the sun and Mars both, trine. Okay. Um, so it's encouraging movement in a lot of ways with that Mars and Sun, right? Because when you put both of those together, those are both air in air, but they're both fiery energy, right? So just think of how right now we're probably going to see a lot more in reference of fires. We've been seeing that come through North Carolina, South Carolina now, right? And we're probably going to see a little more aggressiveness towards that. That's because of the wind, right? That air element, right? And the fire element, okay? The ancestors is saying it's true, all right? But right now it's about forward thinking. Okay, so it's about you thinking further along for things that you are uncomfortable about right now. Now is the time for you to try to make those changes. Now is the time in that Mars element to create or start changing and creating skills that can help you move forward, right? Because Aquarius is definitely, I want to speak to that Aquarius energy. For some reason it's just leaving my mind right now, right? So let me pull out my information that I have written around Aquarius energy. Okay, so for Aquarius energy, I definitely, the law of polarities, yes. Okay, so that lets us know right now it's going to be everything of the opposite. So everything that we're used to having for the collective and humanity, we're going to see the opposite of that highlighted right now. You see what I'm saying? Because we're in Sun in Aquarius still. We're not in Pisces, although they tell you that. But if you look out in the sky in a telescope, you'll see where the sun is right by Aquarius still. It's moving through it. It's almost to Pisces, but it's not yet. So that's why we're still going to feel the law of polarity, which is the opposite of what you're normally used to. Okay. And then we have that Mars. So Mars is definitely all about transformation and change from, going through some things that are uncomfortable, foreign things to you. When something's foreign, it's something that you're not used to, right? So we're going to see a lot of things that we're not used to, the polar opposite. Okay, that's the energy that's here right now. And with the crescent waxing, that's energy of abundance coming in that way, but also self-elevation. So you must elevate yourself. And as the ancestors is saying, you must make a lot of sacrifices at this time. We're going to see a lot of things about the children as well, earthly possessions, transformation and change, also in reference of your health. But also we're going to see a lot of things in reference of generational wealth and a lot of lies being told as well, right? We're going to see that in abundance. We're going to see a lot of interventions, people intervening for others to help others, but also on top of that, we're going to get the polar opposite. So everything I'm saying is going to be the opposite of it as well. So not only, the rich getting richer, but the poor getting poor. See what I'm saying? The polar opposite, and some, the polar opposite of that. Some of the poor are going to be getting rich and the rich going to be getting poor. See? So it's interruptions coming in with that as well. You see what I'm saying? With these elements that are here. The other part of what I want to tell you is Mars is definitely gonna give you a lot of overthinking, because we're both in air element right now. So you're gonna be overthinking things. You're gonna be thinking about a lot of things. You're gonna be contemplating things, right? You're gonna see a highlight of a lot of conflict, a lot of challenges, because the air element is swords, and both major elements are in it. And then on top of that, we got a moon in Aries right here at this crescent waxing. That's fire. So it's a lot of fire element going on. It's a lot of passionate things. People who feel like they're passionate about something and they want something to happen, just like we seen the president the other day, he was going up. That's that element. That's that fire element. And he's a Gemini. Okay? He's a Gemini. So that's Mars energy. All right? Some people feel like it's Mercury, but it's really, in the spiritual astrology, it's Mars. Okay, I know I'm a Gemini in the true sidereal as well. Okay, and we on go getting status right now. Okay, with that Mars energy that is here, it also goes back to what we're seeing here, especially with ancestors giving us this Venus, right? So Mercury is sextile Pluto right now as well. Okay, these are the major changes in the planets that I want to tell you about. Okay, but the main big thing is about the sun in Aquarius. I mean, the sun in Aquarius and Mars in Gemini. All right. This week it may be that you'll be able to clear some things up. Okay, that's why ancestors said there's going to be a lot of change and transformation, a lot of things you're going to have to release and reassess, and cleaning up having some clarity that's going to come through. Right now it's about you having a high self-esteem, to have courage and confidence to move forward in reference of what it is that you desire and what you need to go after. That's that Aries moon. A lot of you probably already on go to do whatever it is that you need to do right now, and the ancestors is saying yes, that's what you need to be doing. There's a sense of, mental clarity, like I said, right? Because if you really look at the aspect of everything right now, a lot of you may be driven towards what you want to do career-wise right now, with that crescent waxing, right? Because it's about self-elevation with the crescent waxing. So you're looking at something to elevate self right now with that Aries fire energy behind it. You see what I'm saying? And it's about action, right? It's a lot of action that's happening right now. Also, with that air element, that's also about problem solving. It's about the mental. So, right now it's going to be a lot of things that you're going to have ideas about. You're going to be negotiating things like contracts and paperwork and things like that, because it's the mental. It's about things, and it's air. You know what I'm saying? I would suggest right now to make and pay attention to communication, your communication skills. They're going to play a major role this week as well in reference of the things that are happening. Okay, make sure you speaking with confidence, right? And you're not backing down from the things that you stand on right now. All right, because that's a big thing. All right. This is a time in reference of where you're going to be very inspired. You may even have a lot of energy right now, a physical boost of energy, radiating through you right now because of the fire element, but then also air, right? So you put those two together, that's a combustible of energy that floats, right? That moves, right? But don't get it twisted if you think too much, because air can blow out fire. So if you overthink things, you may blow that fire, that passion that ignites in your belly, that gets you pumping. You may ignite that and blow it out. So, either you need to figure out exactly how and what ignites your fire to make moves to, create the action that you truly need. And the things that you have foreign in your life or uncomfortable, or that you need to confess to, you need to look at what internally you want to do that's going to affect your external energy that's around you. These are the things that you should be doing at this time, because you have the universal energy to support you right now with this. That's why I do these energy readings, okay? To definitely tell you how the planetary alignment sits that can carry you through the aspect of your actions right now, all right? Because in the Western, they're going to try to keep you off balance. That's why they want you to, that's why they want you to know things that's going to keep you off balance. That's not going to be the exact thing of what you can actually see is reality. All right. So that's why a lot of people in the way, I'm not saying, it's wrong. I know a lot of people go by that, but I'm just telling you what the true sidereal, and this is what the true sidereal is set off of right now. Okay. So it is definitely a time of inspiration, a time of moving, taking action. Okay. The Mars and sextile Pluto, this is going to happen like probably by tomorrow time, right? It's the opportunity to think a little, have more clarity, because I'm sorry, Mercury. I'm sorry, not Mercury. I was trying to say Mercury, not Mars. But Mercury, we know, is about your home life. So there's some things around your home life that may be coming clean, coming clear. You may be, able to get some things going around your home life. Mercury is about the home life and also about your lifespan, right? So you want to right now have those deep conversations, especially when it's around something around your home. Maybe you're buying a house. Maybe you're, wanting to change something around the home. Maybe you want to move. Maybe you're thinking about doing. See, these is the time where things are going to come clear for you, because it's sextile Pluto. Okay, so that means it's going to have some type of support in line with that Pluto element, which is Quayar, which is really about love. So you're going to get some love. All right. And I know you're probably like, what is she talking about? But this is the planetary alignment spiritually. Okay. I can't tell you what they tell you in a book. I can tell you what the ancestors is advising, and you can go by this. All right. So it's going to be a little different than what you're used to hearing and seeing. Um, but right now, in reference of that, Quayar is the energy of love, right? It's the energy of healing. It's the energy of transformation in some cases, but it's also it's that energy of building and changing things for yourself aggressively as well. But it's definitely transformation. So that's why we had that transformation to come out with the full moon energy. But that's actually ancestors telling us about earthly possessions that's changing for you with this Mercury. But now is the time. It's like closed mouths don't get fed, right? That's why the ancestors kept saying that to me. That's that Mercury sextile Pluto energy, or Quayar energy. Okay. This is about, heavier conversations, hidden truth being revealed, right? Because Mercury goes back to energy of being able to confess some things, being able to talk about those hidden truth, having those deep conversations and communications with others, even like I said, around your living conditions, how you live in your home life, home interventions, whatever this is for you. Ancestors want you to know this is right now is about your mental well-being, big time. All right. You need to be looking at creating, making your weaknesses your strengths right now, and for all of us. All right. um Excuse me. Another thing the ancestors saying or showing me is that right now would be a good time to, approach everything that you want to do right now by maybe writing out a cons and pro list, or writing a list of things from what you want to do, how you want to do it, and start working down that list. Right now is like a kick in of spring clean, right? but not just spring cleaning for your home too, but spring cleaning in reference of the things you want to do. You see what I'm saying? That's why the ancestors said now it's time for you to reassess. That's why we got the reassessment, because not only you need the intervention in reference of the things externally, but you need the intervention in reference of internal, right? First, which is the mind, the mental, the mind, body, and the soul needs to be cleansed. Okay. So now is the time. And then we have that first quarter moon that's coming around on the 6th of this month. And that first quarter moon, family, we're going to do a reading on the first quarter moon. Okay. So I will be doing a reading on that to let you guys know what the ancestors say in reference to that energy. But that's coming down the line this week. But the first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was the crescent waxing. And we do have what I showed you here in reference to the cards. We have that earthly element, the sun, which is source, okay, creator, the ancestors stepping in to assist us in reference of things that we are going through that are changing and transforming in our life. A lot of moon element here. A lot of things that we need to be very conscious of, okay, and a lot of Venus energy, which is also about honesty. So a lot of things, like I said earlier, because that falls back on that Mercury sextile Pluto, where you'll have a lot of things being confessed, a lot of hidden secrets, a lot of apologies and things that'll be truths that will be revealed. We'll start seeing a lot of that, and especially when it comes to the humanity and the collective, okay, because of these things that are popping up aggressively with that Mars energy. See, the sun is trine the Mars, right? So, you know, when we look at astrology, all in all, and I'm kind of just talking about, I'm just kind of talking through it. I'm not showing you in, in any aspect of, going over it on the computer right now. But I did want to touch on it. I wanted to tell you guys a lot about, what we have to look forward to right now in reference of the trine energy, right? The sun in Mars trine. Sorry, family, I'm trying to get exactly. I don't know why it's doing this. I just had to do it like that. Yeah. So the aspect of trine is definitely about. So I wanted to just give you the direct explanation of trine in astrology. Okay, trine means it's harmonious between the two planets. Okay, so it's like bringing two things together. It means like trine is like what trine is all also about, like bringing those, like these planets that I'm talking about, the sun and Mars, right? So if we think about them coming together in unity, then it's definitely telling you that it's gonna it's gonna heighten it, because the sun is the creator. We got the sun that came out. So this is definitely in the element of Aquarius, which is all about humanity. Okay, but we're gonna see the polarity of it, because the sun being in Aquarius, and Aquarius, the law of the universal law for Aquarius in the spiritual astrology is the law of polarity. You see what I'm saying? So don't be shocked, because we're going through that element of polarities, the things that are of the opposite. But right now, that's why humanity needs balance, and things that are unbalanced are going to be very foreign and uncomfortable to us right now. So it's going to be heightened, because it's trying to come together with Mars, which is things that are foreign. And if you look at United States, it's trying to come together with things that are foreign, right? Foreign countries, foreign people. But you see is blowing up, because it's the aggression also that's there. But it's trying to trine together, you see? So this is the planetary alignment where it's at right now in the sky. You can go out with a telescope and look at it with your own two eyes, okay? It's not anything that we're letting somebody tell us. You see what I'm saying? So this is the true sidereal and where the astrology is right now. The most important, what you need to know, the crescent waxing message that you receive. Like I said, I got the number 9, which is all about right now. Justice is going to prevail. In many ways, we're going to get justice through revealing things that are hidden from the collective, transformation, change, things that are changing, things that are going to be released and things that are going to be assessed. And it's going to all come down to our living conditions in big success. All right. The sun, Venus, and Earth all coming together with that Mars element, and the full moon energy that is here as well is all about the transformation. Okay, the shadow. So we're going to see a lot of shadow element of things. That's the darkness. So we're going through a dark period so we can get to the light, family. All right, there's no way around it. All right, because things are shedding from the old and we're going into the new. All right, much love to you. I will see you guys soon. This is High Priestess Key 333. Much love.